Hello and welcome to Crypto Weeklies. Today we are going to talk about crypto pairs, particularly the most important, arguably the most important pair in crypto, the Bitcoin Ether pair. This is 1 over ETH BTC. So on this chart, you are seeing how many number of Ether tokens are available for one Bitcoin at any point in time. So back in November 2015, number of Ether available at a weekly basis on October 2015 were between 388 Ether to 500 Ether. Since then, if you have a longer term horizon, you can see that the number of Ether available for one BTC are going down with time. That means over a longer period of time, there has been, if you are just purely looking at the valuation of one ETH versus one BTC, there are phases where where the valuation of Ether bleeds against BTC, and there are phases where the valuation again has a favorable time against BTC, and this is typified by you can see the higher lows on this chart. So the higher highs and the higher lows on this chart help us understand that there are phases where Ether outperforms BTC, and if you have a longer term horizon, the valuation of Ether increases against BTC. So for example, during the bear, and typically during the bear markets, this you can evidence this by whenever this chart has a higher or uh, has a topping scenario, that's when Bitcoin when Bitcoin outperforms Ether, that's when typically this is towards the end of the bear market. In the last bear market, one Bitcoin could fetch about 58 ETH. In this bear market thus far, the number of ETH available for one BTC, this is the all-time high for this market. Again, if you can call it bear market in terms of Ether terms, as late as week of September 9th, the number of Ether available for one BTC is somewhere between 23 and 25. And that means one Ether is worth at about 0.04. You can see this on this chart. This is the Ether BTC chart. This is more popular, arguably more popular chart, where Ether has been the valuation of Ether against Bitcoin has been having some of the higher low structure, and if you take an inverse of this chart, you will get something similar to the chart that we just discussed just now. The valuation, as you can see, towards the course of the bear market, this has been falling down. That means the valuation of Ether has been falling down against BTC. The key points to note is that the valuation is below the 200-week moving average as well as the 300-week moving average. That means if you are looking for, again, none of the content is financial advice, if you are looking for a spot where Ether is relatively undervalued against BTC, starting this structure where you can see as late as June of 2024, when the price or the valuation of ETH in terms of BTC capitulated, that's one place to look at. Per our analysis, which is the opposite of ETH BTC, this is the BTC ETH analysis. We also consider on this website the 20-week, the 100-week moving average in orange, and the 200-week moving average. And you can see this chart has broken all the moving average. That means the valuation of Bitcoin exceeds all of the moving average in terms of ETH. What we have done on this analysis is, on top of this three moving averages, we have built a normalized risk. And if you want to get rid of other averages, this is a good indicator to look at if what is the risk of accumulating Bitcoin. Basically everything on in terms of its Ether based risk. So right now, accumulating Bitcoin and selling ETH and accumulating Bitcoin, that risk is at its highest. That means the seasonality at this point in time, looking at historical data and normalizing the behavior across the three moving average, you can see that this is the worst time to accumulate Bitcoin by selling ETH because the valuation of ETH per our analysis is said to increase against Bitcoin, and I will show an example how. So this was the BTC chart. All of the content, by the way, that we are discussing is available on cryptoweeklies.com. We just looked at crypto pairs. There are other pairs. The Bitcoin ETH is the most popular pair, so started with this one. So the forecast graph per hour, this is the BTCETH forecast, that is the number of ETH available for 1 BTC per our analysis. This is going to go down towards the end of the year. That's the base case scenario. Now number of ETH available per BTC is at around between 24.7 and 25. And this is per our analysis, the machine learning based priced model valued in ETH looks at a valuation of at between 23.5 and the current valuation at a base case. That means at least one less ETH per BTC towards the end of the year. If on the other hand, let's say this is the green line is actually a bull case for ETH but bear case for BTC. If let's say towards the end of the year crypto market picks up, usually in a halving year or a post halving year, as we approach the post halving year, the bull markets that Bitcoin enjoys, ETH takes more of the lion's share of the gains. In that, at least historically speaking, you can see back when Bitcoin started its bull rampage early late 2020 and early 2021, the number of ETH available per BTC were always trending down from 56 to 32, then back in May of 2021 to 13 ETH per BTC. So if that were to follow, the bear case for BTC, bullish for ETH between 15 ETH and 22 ETH. That is, those are the two scenarios per the model. Again, if the third scenario is if we enter a recession or the valuation of BTC far exceeds ETH, that is one scenario to look out for. The ceiling is somewhere between 28 and 44. Again, this is not the phase where Bitcoin's valuation could go that high, but again, we like to not put our thumb on scale, but and provide all the evidence related to any move. So just to summarize, the base case, ETH exceeding the valuation against BTC at again one fewer ETH per BTC, and the bull case for ETH between 15 and 22 ETH per Bitcoin. If we were to look at some of the market performance over the last month, just focusing on Bitcoin and ETH, Bitcoin went up by 5%, ETH went down by 6% almost. Over the last 3 months, you can see when Bitcoin has gone down by 9%, Ether has gone down by 33%. So again, Ether is lagging thus far. Again, 10% over the decline and 31%. You get the idea. Over the year to date, again, both are up, but Bitcoin is up by 42% and Ether by 5%. Usually, these kind of moves get over as the halving year gets over, and in the post halving year, usually in Q1 and Q2, Ether tends to outperform Bitcoin. In terms of analyzing this move on a normalized scale, where this orange line is Bitcoin and the blue line is Ether, and normalizing that behavior over the or their own 20-week moving average based risk levels, you can see whenever the ETH risk is lower than Bitcoin, BTC risk at any point, again you have to go far back. That's when accumulating ETH makes more sense than accumulating Bitcoin. Per our analysis, you can see over here back in towards the end of June of 2022, when ETH risk was less than Bitcoin, and over here again back in over here May of 2024, as well as when Bitcoin's phenomenal rally towards the end of March of 2024, again accumulating ETH starting that phase of the market would have been better than back in the bear market year of 2022, exception June of 2022. So that is again one way to analyze. Just to summarize everything that we discussed thus far, again right now the risk to accumulate ETH is lower then this to accumulate Bitcoin risk at around 0.31 and ETH at around 0.23, both based on their 20-week moving average. Per the price based forecast, or in terms of ETH, the base case says that one fewer ETH per BTC by the end of the year, and the bull case for ETH again almost 10 less ETH per BTC by the end of the year. Those are the bull cases. And if you were to focus on the summarized risk normalized based on the weekly moving averages, right now it's one of the worst time to convert Bitcoin to ETH per this analysis. So with this, I'd like to conclude today's video. Hope you like this content. If you did, please subscribe to the channel and give this video a like. And we have other crypto pairs that we'll be going through. You don't have to wait for my video to release. You can use all of this content on cryptoweeklies.com. If you have any questions, you can always reach out via email or comment on the YouTube videos itself. And again, these are the pair related features, as well as features for the crypto on their USD pair, as well as some of the indicators such as summarized news over the last 24 hours, what is the social sentiment, or what is the overall risk level. Again, this is in development, and also some of the popular narratives over the last 7 days. What are they? You can see over here, Bitcoin being and Ether are taking a lot of market attention. So again, all of this content is available on the website. Hope you liked this content. If you did, check out our other videos, and hope to see you again tomorrow. Thank you and have a nice day.